Hello everyone, Inferior Otaku here. Today's gameplay is going to be between White-Black Token Control and Black-Red Trading Post. This is the hand that I decided to keep. As you can see, I had to mulligan down to 6. To start the game off, my opponent laid down a swamp. I then responded with a swamp of my own. Second turn, my opponent played another swamp and signed and blooded himself, drawing 2 cards and going down to 18. On my turn, I just laid down a Godless Shrine tapped. On his next turn, my opponent played a swamp and then played a Prophetic Prism. On my turn, I laid down yet another swamp and played a Lingering Souls, getting myself 2 spirit tokens. On his turn, my opponent played another swamp and played a Volatile Rig. My turn, I played a Plains and got a Desecration Demon. I then attacked for 2 in the air with my spirits, which my opponent couldn't block. On his turn, my opponent played a swamp and then attacked with the Rig, which I decided not to block, going down to 16, same as him. He then tapped 4 to play a Trading Post. On my turn, I played a Sorin Lord of Innistrad, made myself a life-linking vampire, taking Sorin up to 4 loyalty. Before combat, my opponent's Trading Post made a goat to sacrifice to my Desecration Demon. I then attacked for 2 in the air with my souls. Next turn, my opponent attacked with the Volatile Rig at Sorin. I decided to block with my vampire. Sorin went down to 1 loyalty, the vampire died, and the Rig won its first flip, so it stayed alive. My opponent then signed and blooded himself, and later in the turn he laid a Blood Crypt tapped. He then dreadboarded my Desecration Demon using the Prophetic Prism to fix his red mana. On my turn I played a swamp, made a vampire with Sorin, then played a Blood Artist. I then attacked for 2 in the air with my spirits. Main phase 2, I flashed back my Lingering Souls to get myself 2 more spirits. At the end of my turn, my opponent used his Trading Post to discard a card and gain himself 4 life. On his turn, he used Trading Post to sacrifice his Prophetic Prism to draw a card. During combat, he attacked with his Rig at Sorin. I decided to triple block with my Vampire and 2 spirits. My blockers all died. Sorin went to 1 loyalty. Blood Artist triggered 3 times. The Rig, due to its effect, lost its first flip, so it died. Blood Artist triggered again. Then the Rig lost its second flip as well, killing Blood Artist and my 2 remaining spirits. Blood Artist triggered 3 more times, and my opponent took 4. I, however, forgot. During my turn, I simply played a Desecration Demon. However, in response to my Sorin making a vampire, my Desecration Demon was sacrificed to devour flesh, so I gained 6 life. On his turn, my opponent played a Blood Crypt tapped, and then played a Volatile Rig. On my turn, I made another vampire with Sorin, then played another Blood Artist. I attacked with my vampire, which my opponent chose not to block. Then, thinking that I was going for game, I tragic slipped one of my vampires. However, this turned out to be a misplay, since my opponent, in response, simply discarded a card with Trading Post to gain 4 life. During my opponent's turn, he attacked with the Rig at Sorin. I blocked with a vampire. Vampire and Sorin both died. Blood Artist triggered, and the Rig won its first flip, so it didn't die. On my turn, I played a swamp, played another Sorin Lord of Innistrad, and made myself a vampire. At the end of my turn, his Trading Post discarded him a card, and he gained 4 life. On his turn, he attacked again with the Rig at my Sorin. I blocked with the vampire died, Blood Artist triggered. The Rig lost its first flip, then the Rig lost its second flip. He directed the damage at Sorin, killing Blood Artist as well. Then his Trading Post discarded him a card and he gained 4 life, and he played another Volatile Rig. On my turn, I played another Desecration Demon and passed. On his turn, he attacked with his Rig, which I chose not to block. He then played a Demonic Rising, and at the end of his turn, got a 5/5 Flying Demon token. On my turn, his Trading Post made a goat to sacrifice to my Desecration Demon. I then played a Mutilate to wipe his board. His Rig won the first flip, and then I played a Doomed Traveler. On his turn, he played a Mutilate of his own, killing my board. However, Doomed Traveler made a Spirit. His Trading Post then made a goat, and at the end of his turn, Demonic Rising made him a demon. On my turn, I didn't play any plays. On his turn, he attacked with his demon, which I chose not to block. His Trading Post then sacrificed the goat to return his Prophetic Prism to hand. He then played another Trading Post, and at the end of his turn, Demonic Rising made him another 5/5 Flying Demon. On my turn, I played a Swamp, and then at the end of turn, he gained 4 life with Trading Post. On his turn, he played a Prophetic Prism, and then attacked with both demons. I blocked one with the Spirit, which died. On my turn, I played a Vault of the Archangel and then mutilated the board. In response, he sacrificed a Prophetic Prism to draw a card with Trading Post, and then he used his other Trading Post to sacrifice a demon to return Prophetic Prism to hand. On his turn, he played a Swamp, and then he played a Prophetic Prism. Then he played a Gloom Surgeon. after which he Simon blooded himself. At the end of his turn, he got a demon with Demonic Rising. On my turn, I Oblivion Ringed his Demonic Rising, but at the end of turn, Trading Post sacrificed Prophetic Prism to draw a card, then he discarded another card to gain 4 life. On his turn, he played yet another Sign in Blood. He then swung in with his Gloom Surgeon and his Demon. He then played a Swamp, and then played another Demonic Rising. He then sacrificed Gloom Surgeon to return Prophetic Prism to hand from his graveyard, and at the end of turn, he got a 5/5 Demon with Demonic Rising. On my turn, I played a Blood Artist, and then at the end of his turn, he discarded a card to gain 4 life. On his turn, he played a Prophetic Prism. Then his Trading Post sacrificed Prophetic Prism to draw a card. He then played a Homicidal Seclusion. His Trading Post then sacrificed one of his demons to return Prophetic Prism to hand, which triggered my Blood Artist. He then attacked with his demon for 8, and at end of turn, Demonic Rising made another demon. On my turn, I simply played a Vampire Nighthawk. On his turn, he played a Swamp, a Prophetic Prism, and another Prophetic Prism. He then played another Homicidal Seclusion. His Trading Post sacrificed a demon to return Volatile Rig from his graveyard to hand, which triggered Blood Artist. Then he swung in with his demon. I blocked with my Nighthawk because I had to. Both the Nighthawk and the demon died. Blood Artist triggered twice, but it didn't really do anything. On my turn, I Oblivion Ringed his Demonic Rising. On his turn, he simply played a Volatile Rig. On my turn, I had no plays, but at the end of my turn, he sacrificed Prophetic Prism to draw a card with Trading Post. Then I had to sacrifice Blood Artist to his Devour Flesh. Blood Artist triggered, and in response to his spell, I cast Tragic Slip on his Volatile Rig. The rig won its flip, so no damage was dealt. Then he used a Trading Post to make a goat. On his turn, he attacked with his goat, and then he discarded a card to gain 4 life with Trading Post. On my turn, I played a Lingering Souls to get myself 2 spirits. Then at the end of my turn, he sacrificed Prophetic Prism to draw a card. On his turn, he played a Swamp, and then mutilated the board. He then played a Volatile Rig. On my turn, I drew another Lingering Souls and played it, but at the end of his turn, he simply discarded the card to gain 4 more life with Trading Post. On his turn, he attacked in with the Rig. I decided to block with a Spirit. I then activated my Vault of the Archangel to give it Death Touch, but it turned out not to matter because of the trample damage and the fact that it lost the flip. His Rig dealt lethal to me. That's it for Game 1. I'll be uploading the other 2 games in this match later in this week. Inferior Otaku, signing out.